Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from Arnie Music,
Ta-da!
your favorite mom and pop guitar shop and music lesson studio deep in the heart of Texas.
That's right.
That's who we are and where we are.
That's what it is.
And today we're going to answer some questions for another Ask RNA FAQ Friday. I don't know. I meant to do like hashtag Ask RNA.
It is, but it's not.
It's kind of an Ask RNA.
Right.
All right. So let's get to it. That's right, it's another Ask RNA video. We are your hosts, Ryan and Angela from Arnie Music. And in today's video, it's just an FAQ type thing. If you're new to our channel, if you've never seen us before, welcome. We're gonna answer questions from all over the world about stuff and things. If you're new, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff, because I think you're gonna like it.
Yes.
I think you're gonna like it. And so we're gonna answer some questions. Get your RNA swag. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, first question. Walking Dead, 1369, 4 days ago. So I think the real Jedi question is, would you be light, dark, or gray? My lightsaber would be sunburst, by the way.
That's good.
We had quite a few Star Wars questions last week. So, continuing that trend, leading into December, would you be a light, dark, or gray?
You know gray's my favorite color. So.
That is true. I could see that coming. I was fairly predictable. Neither good nor bad.
Yes.
You're kind of like Switzerland. A Switzerland Jedi.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. I would probably go the same route. Like, I don't want to be told what to do.
Right.
I'm not evil.
Yeah,
Certainly not evil.
Because it's Jedi. This isn't humanity. This is Jedi. Right. Yes. So with Jedi, they are not allowed to fall in love and get married.
That's a mistake.
And all that stuff. So I couldn't adhere to, I would totally be an Anakin in that situation. So great is.
More like an Ahsoka. You're just going to leave the Jedi Order because they're too.
Yeah. I'm like, thank you for teaching me all that awesome stuff, but I gotta go.
Yeah, y'all are just too rigid on some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So. Totally Ahsoka.
Yeah, exactly right. There you go. Thanks for the question, Walking Dead. Yes, next question. Divided by time. I just picked up a used Two Notes CABM. Do you or have you thought about something like this for your guitar demos? I love mine.
Ooh.
Well, divided by time. I do actually have... Oh, just right here I happen to have my Torpedo Captor.
Like a hand, like a hand.
Captor. I am captivated.
Yeah, should be like right there.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I got this bad boy.
Yeah.
I don't actually use it very much here at the shop for demos because it's fine for me to crank stuff up. So here at the shop, if I'm recording like a demo for a guitar or something like that, I just mic up my cab. And just, I have a Mesa Boogie that I usually use the Mesa Boogie for my stuff.
Right.
Got an SM57 that I mic that cab with and go right into like Logic or GarageBand or whichever one I want to use that day. And it's not really a problem. The Two Notes stuff, what's great about it is it's good for, if you can't turn up very loud or whatever, you're going to disturb somebody, you can kind of do the silent recording thing. Now I did have used that at home. Just have an amp head and that, and didn't have to have the big 4x12 taking up space at the house. I have used it at the house a few times, but here I don't really need to use it specifically for that. But I do have one, and I think they're great, and it just depends on the situation. If I'm doing work at home, it's super useful, and I want to use one of the heads that we have here, and but not drive everybody crazy volume wise. But a lot of times I do most of my recording work here at the shop, and it's not a problem.
Right.
After we're closed or before we open, it's not a problem. But I do have one. Torpedo stuff is great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sure.
Great question. Next question.
Yay.
Penny Wisdom. You mentioned that Schecter no longer produces the Solo 6. I think you might be right, but they do produce the Solo II. That's Roman numeral 2. I know. As a Schecter dealer, I am aware. And it's my choice for the Schecter versus Epiphone battle. It combines the classic vintage looks of Epiphone with the superior specs and build quality of Schecter. Win-win. My question, have you tried this guitar? What do you think of it? Cheers. Yes, we've sold some here. So one of my students has one. So I actually used it in a demo. If you go back, I've got the video somewhere, like Solo 6 versus Solo 2. Right. So we actually have a Schecter versus Schecter video here on the channel. I do like the Solo 2. I've been eyeballing one of them for a while since it came out. They have, of course, they have a maple top one that's a natural, kind of like light colored maple. But they also have a trans black flame top.
What?
Solo 2.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh man, if I was going to buy a brand new Schecter for myself.
That's what I do.
That's probably be the one.
That's how we do it.
It's the right color. So yeah, I think those are great. You know, and being a Schecter fanboy, you know, and dealer, I would probably buy one of those, the Solo 2, over an Epiphone Les Paul. However, I am a super big fan of the Solo 6s, so you can still find those around, and you know, not current production models necessarily, but who knows what they'll do for 2020.
Who knows?
Little 2020 they might bring them back.
I think a lot of things are going to be really special in 2020.
2020.
Everybody's going to jump on the 2020.
Yeah.
2020.
We're almost there.
I know.
We're like a month and a half away from a new decade.
I know.
Closing out a decade. That's weird to think about. 2020. All right. So there you go. Thanks for putting wisdom. Appreciate the question. Next question. This one's for Angela. Says, okay now, Tracy Johnson. Okay now, Solo 6 he's got a new Solo 6.
Okay.
Or used. A new used Solo 6.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Solo 6 needs pickups. I decided on EMGs. What would be a good harness to make it complete? Thank you both for doing the videos.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me.
I know, but I wanted to include you in there. Like, what EMGs should he put in a Solo 6?
I have no idea. Anyone you like. The pretty ones. The ones that sparkle.
The metalworks.
Glitter EMGs.
No, but they do have gold.
They really need to have some studded EMG pickups. Would that disturb the sound of your strings? Would they rake up against the...
You could get engraved metal. They have done some custom engraved ones, like laser etched or something.
Nice.
I don't know if you can order that, but they have done those before.
Yeah.
They got gold, brushed gold, chrome, brushed chrome, black chrome, brushed black chrome, and black, red, white.
Puce.
They've done green. So there's, get you a Christmas EMG set.
Candy cane striped.
Candy cane.
They need to do some
In
like
one
wrapped
red, one
in
red.
like scenes from movies. That would be cool. Like Citizen Kane and like Gone with the Wind and
The black
You hear me?
polymer covered ones.
I'll tell Siri. Hold on, my phone's off. Siri, remind EMG of wrapping their pickups in cool scenes from movies. Because they're listening.
They are.
You'll probably see it on something later.
In all seriousness, Tracy, any of them would be great. I'm kind of on the kick with the 5766 is the set that I really am digging right now, along with the headset. But I think I have the 5766 like in 2 guitars.
Right.
And I think I only have one headset. Maybe 2.
That you're
actually,
telling me.
That she knows about.
Yeah.
That would be a good choice. I think you would enjoy the 5766. It's got more of that vintagey kind of vibe, but with the kind of cut that you get from EMGs. So my current favorite EMG set is probably the 5766. So give those a try, Chasey. Thanks, man. Next question.
Not for me.
But the one after that will be for you.
Not really. Sure, I guess.
Dream Vacation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Next question.
Confessions of a Guitar Addict. Hashtag Solo 6. I think the new Fender Ultimate guitars are fantastic for people who love a more traditional guitar that has the looks that make us want to pick it up, but introduce us to a more modern playing guitar. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Well, I was Googling Fender Ultimate guitars, but that's not a thing. No. It's not the Fender Ultimate. It's the Fender Ultra. They have the Ultra series. Ultra would be different than Ultimate. Yeah. They have an Ultimate amp.
Ultra Lord Live.
So I'm assuming you meant the Fender Ultra USA guitars, which are more modernized. I'm not a big Fender fan. And I think people who've been watching for a long time, you know that. And I was watching some videos about it. I was like, still looks like a Strat to me. Yeah. The neck contour looks a little bit better on that. It actually looks slightly like the Music Man bolt contour that, I just did a video on the Ernie Ball Music Man cut list, which is basically a more modernized Strat. Okay. So I think the Fender Ultras are like, oh, you could just get a Music Man. Mm-hmm. Music Man's already done that. Right. Fender. Mm-hmm. But whatever. If it's your thing,
go for it.
They do seem kind of pricey. I mean, you can probably get the Music Man for the same price. Right. It looks like it's about $2,000. The Music Man's got a sexier neck though. A super flamey roasted maple neck and fretboard. I was like, oh. If I had to choose between those two for about the same price, I would choose the Music Man just for the really super flamey neck. But I don't know. Mm-hmm. Those are definitely not beginner guitars, right? The Ultras. But if you like Fender, you'd probably like it. But then again, you might not, because some Fender people are super. It's got to be super old school, 50s technology. I don't want any of that new nasty technology messing up my heritage. Yeah. Some people are that way.
I get that though. Mm-hmm.
Some people are
old school like the old school
traditionalists.
It's okay.
I'm kind of neither one way or the other on it, because I'm not a massive Fender fan. Right. Yes. As you know. Now, all right. What do you guys think about the new Fender Ultra guitar series? Live. Ultra Lord Live. Tell us what you think in the comments. If you are a Fender fanboy or girl. There are fangirls. Thanks for the question, man. Next question. Terry Starks. This one has Angela written all over it.
Does it though?
It does. If you could pick your dream vacation, where would it be? Ooh. Also, if you could spend Christmas anywhere, not with family, which is important, but a dream, where would it be? Would you take the bitter bass man with you? Just kidding. Thanks for all you do. If you could pick your dream vacation, because he just talked about going some places, but what's your dream vacation, Angela?
Oh my goodness. It's changed so much over the years, even since we've been asked this question before. Some places I'm like, yeah, it'd be nice, but it's a little too touristy. I don't like touristy places. I think honestly, my dream vacation probably it just popped in my head, so I'm gonna go with my truth. Would be in Scotland, staying in a remote bed and breakfast somewhere and visiting just this little bitty town with a pub and just
pub.
Another log I'm married. Just really quaint and shop but go back out to that little bitty bed and breakfast like an Airbnb. It would be not with a person.
Go hiking through Scotland.
Yes, and just go walking through Scotland. That's what I would love. And visit the Winton Castle.
Yeah.
That would be my dream vacation, because I've never been in that area of the world before in my life. So, but my people are from there.
You've been to Switzerland?
Yes, I've been to Switzerland and Germany.
Which is closer to Scotland than Texas is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But we weren't like, hey, let's hop over another whatever hundreds of miles in the opposite direction and go to Scotland. No, we.
You weren't super close.
No, we weren't super close.
Closer than Texas.
Right. Yes. I don't know. I would like to look that up, distance between Scotland and Switzerland. you know,
it's like from here to
versus
Dallas.
Texas to whatever. That would be interesting.
We'll Google it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what was yours?
My dream vacation? Mm-hmm. Wherever you are.
Aww.
Wherever you. That sounds good to me. Let's go to Scotland. Yeah, that'd be super rad.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. And maybe go to Sweden.
Sounds peaceful. Yeah, and go like all over the, you know,
we'll stop in
the
Sweden
areas
on the way back.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Somewhere different. I don't want to go to the beach. I don't want to go where there's sharks.
I mean, I would love to see like the cliffs, you know, like those big, what's the cliffs of Dover, you know, the big over that drop off, you know, like
that in southern England.
Whatever. I would love to see all that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Those big, you know, those epic Wuthering Heights type places, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. That would be awesome.
Cinematic.
Yes.
Cinematic. Mm-hmm. Or New Zealand.
Yes.
That would be great too.
Yeah. I'd like to go to Tasmania.
Down in Tasmania.
Yeah. We had somebody come on that was from Tasmania.
If you could spend Christmas anywhere, not with family.
That means by myself, because he's family.
Yeah, if you could have Christmas all by yourself somewhere, it would be in Scotland.
Mm-hmm. Right? Same place.
Same place.
Same exact place. I know it's cold and wet and all that stuff. I get that.
Which is fine, but I don't get a lot of that here.
But I thrive in that kind of environment more than I do sun.
You're not a tropical girl.
Mm-mm. It was misty and murky like a few weeks ago before we got our really big cold front last month. And I was walking into our Walmart and like you couldn't see over the hill because there's like a hill beside our Walmart that goes up and you couldn't see past the tree lines and everybody was just like walking into Walmart like all depressed. And I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful out here. I'm like, I just had like a realization like I think I thrive better in that kind of environment than I do
to Seattle.
Than in like bright sun.
Yeah.
Shine, hot, heat, humidity.
Ohio.
Yep. Nah.
Yeah.
So where would you?
Where would I have Christmas? Without family? Mm-hmm. I don't care. I like at home.
Anywhere.
At my house. Yeah.
I would honestly I would actually love to spend Christmas in one of those towns that, I mean, I know it's a set, but in one of those towns.
Hallmark.
Yeah, in Hallmark town.
A Hallmark town.
And because they film it, I think, in like Vancouver or something like that in Canada. And so I would love to spend Christmas in a town that is typical of how a Hallmark show is set. You know.
I wonder if there are actually towns like that.
Yeah.
They get all nostalgic about this stuff.
You know, it's so funny. I was watching The Mentalist. I know it's off the air. It's on Amazon. You can watch the reruns. I was watching The Mentalist the other day, and they had this scene where this lady was in a ditch, like in downtown, like they found the body in the downtown area, and they were driving around the corner to see this lady, and I was like, I recognize this set. It was Stars Hollow from Gilmore Girls.
I was watching that with you.
Yes.
You're like, I think this is Stars Hollow.
It was.
Probably.
I was like...
They gotta recycle those towns.
And it was like... And then like a few more episodes later, they went down the same... Like the same place. It was the same place.
Budget cuts.
It was cool though. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. But I would like to visit some of those towns like that are like typical, you know, Hallmarky.
Hallmark Channel town. That's where I want to go. Mm-hmm. In Canada.
A lot of people say that Canton's like that because of our downtown area, but
it doesn't feel
we live
like
here.
it.
So. But I want the mountains in the background. That's
mountains
the thing.
would be cool.
That's the thing. Hallmark has that.
Hallmark mountains. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Jerry. Great question. Hope you're doing all right.
And would the Bitter Bass Man be there? No.
Probably not. Because
so
he'd be in Ohio with his family.
Yes.
Because that's where he goes.
Yes. He'll have his own Holly Jolly Christmas.
Yeah. In Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And next question. Mm-hmm. Just fun guitar. You can answer this one too. It says, so new questions. 1, have you ever killed a possum? In England, we hear you have these critters over there. I guess they don't have possums in England.
Yeah.
What is a possum exactly, and do they bite? Mm-hmm. Question number 3, What do you make of Jackson guitars? I have never owned one or played one much, but I kind of want to see what they're like.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me Google what a possum looks like. I'm
I'll
sure you can.
I'll put a picture up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever killed a possum?
I have killed. Well, I've come close to killing a possum. I was home by myself with Nicholas when he was like 2 or 3 years old, and our dog at the time, Rex, remember, was just Rex. Barking, just ridiculous, just out of control barking, and then it started to sound like vicious, like he was wrestling with something. So I went outside, and it was a possum. Like, its body was this big. It was huge, like it was big. And then, of course, its tail is sometimes the length of its body. So it was a giant possum. It was like hissing and like drawing back. And I was very ignorant at that time, because that's almost 20 years ago. I was very ignorant of the time of what possums are and what they do. So I, out of fear of, and I'm thinking rabies, and I'm thinking my dog, I get a shovel and I just start beating the thing like...
Killed it with a shovel. Wait, you didn't kill it.
No, I think I knocked it out, really. And then I scooped it up and flipped it over the fence.
Into the neighbor's yard?
No, into our driveway.
Okay.
We had a cover, we had a carport.
Now it's our neighbor's problem.
And I flipped it into the carport. And, yeah, that was it. But since then, not too long after that, because I think I told my dad or something, he was like, oh, no, don't kill possums. So first of all, they eat everything, like all the ticks, and they'll eat like fleas off of things, and they'll just dig through the ground, and like they're really beneficial.
Eat pests.
They eat lots of pests, and they do not, it's very, very rare that a possum will carry rabies because of the type of their immune system that they carry.
Not like a skunk.
Yeah.
A skunk rabies.
A skunk can carry rabies, but the opossums are was a marsupial, whatever.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that it won't. So it's very, very beneficial to the surrounding area's ecosystem. So whenever you see a possum, of course you will never see a possum because they're native to the United States only. Our type of possum.
Are they?
Australia. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Australia has their own version of a possum that looks more like a koala bear. That looks like a little cute little panda looking thing.
It's not quite the same.
No, it's cuter.
It's
Our possum looks like...
If you've seen... what was the movie?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like a...
Princess Bride.
The ROUSs.
It definitely looks...
It's like a half-size ROUS.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Rats of unusual size.
Rodents.
They're giant rats.
They are.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. But they'll carry their babies on their back, and they're nocturnal, so they sleep all the time, and they hang from their tail, but they'll go underneath, because we have a lot of pier and beam houses where they're raised up on beams, so they'll sleep underneath there, and I think that's what it did. It came out at night to get food for its baby, and our dog attacked it, and I attacked it because I thought it was attacking our dog. So out of ignorance, I regret that deeply, because I don't like hurting animals at all. But what are you gonna do?
You live and learn.
You live and learn. What is a possum? And do they bite? They will bite, but it's very rarely that they do bite. You can actually domesticate possums just like you can raccoons.
Mm-hmm. They're less cute raccoons.
Yes.
They're like ugly raccoons.
They're like
trash pandas.
Raccoons are trash pandas.
Yeah. Possums are trash rats.
Yes, but rats are trash rats.
Rats.
No,
Big
rats are like rodent dogs.
Yeah.
Possums are like rodent dogs. That's what they was trying to say. And like they have the face of a rat, but the body of like a fluffy dog, and then the hands of a rat and the tail of a rat. That's what they look. I'm not doing them justice. I think they're adorable.
Totes adorbs.
But a lot of people, especially people who are not native to Texas in this area, because they're mostly in the south than they are up north, so they they are frightened of them when they see them because they can be very menacing because they have very sharp teeth.
They look very aggressive.
They do.
And
look
they
very
can be
aggressive.
kind of aggressive.
And you don't walk up to them in the wild like you
Yeah,
can.
you're not going to pick it up.
No, but you can train it, like put food out and it'll eat and stuff like that.
I have killed a possum.
Yeah.
So way back when I was a kid, and I lived on a ranch. I would say farm, but I didn't really grow up on a farm because we didn't grow crops.
Right.
We had cows.
You didn't farm.
It was a ranch, really. Mm-hmm. There's I think one year we grew some corn and some stuff behind the barn. We like planted and plowed the field and
Yeah, like a normal East Texan.
Yeah, like for 1 year, and we're like, yeah, that's good.
That was good enough.
We'll just go back to raising
We're
cattle.
not doing that.
We'll just have, cows. And so
Yeah.
I remember going to the barn one time. I think I was bottle feeding baby calves. And I walked into the barn and it was like, it was right there. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, because they hiss like cats.
Yeah, like and I'm like, whoa, what the crap, So it was in there. Because we keep our feed for like the baby calves and all of our, all the stuff for animals in the barn. And it was in there. And I think I grabbed a shovel. And I think same thing. I kind of beat the crap out of it with a shovel. Like, you got to get out of here because
it's like fight or flight type thing whenever you come across because they're big. They're not.
Yeah.
It's not like these little bitty things that scurry. I mean, they waddle and they like ROUS.
I can't remember. I just remember I was being like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Feeding the animals and like I don't know if it was a shovel or if I got a gun, shotgun or 22. I don't remember. But I got it out of the barn. I do remember that. It was ejected from the barn. And of course back then it was like, that's all we ever heard was, well, they carry rabies. And so they can, if they get into a scuffle with your dogs or your cats or if they bite one of your baby calves. Not that doesn't really happen so much, but it was kind of the consensus that was like, hey, they're more of a pest, even though they actually do have some benefits. So on the ranch when I was a kid, I did dispose of a possum, I think. It's been a few years. Yeah. It's been 30 years, so I don't know if I remember 100% accurately. But I've seen a bunch.
The possums came and eat your face.
Yeah. King of the Possums came out, and it was no good after that. So, yeah, there you go. And what do you make of Jackson guitars? I never owned one or played one.
That was a big swing over to the other side.
And back to guitars.
Nice segue.
Yeah. There's a whole thing we could go that direction with stuff, but
yeah.
Jackson guitars. I've never owned one. I've played several. Obviously, if anybody's a big Randy Rhoads fan, he was a big Jackson artist, and
Miss Jackson if you're nasty.
Miss Jackson if you're nasty. As a young player, I definitely wanted a Randy Rhoads V guitar because that's just super like metal looking, and the Randy Rhoads V is just like kind of an iconic guitar. I kind of grew out of that though. I mean, if someone gave me one, I'd take it. But,
of course you would.
But but when like they're super Strat style guitars, I mean, I think they're all right. It's like Ibanez. A Charvel.
Right.
Any of the 80s shreddy super strats. That's what I think of when I think of Jackson as like sort of 80s, 90s super shred type stuff. And I'm not really big into super strats. Strats, regular Fender strats, or super strats like Jackson and stuff. Not really my thing so much, but Jackson makes some cool guitars, and they do. Just like every other brand, they got some cheap ones that are probably just okay. Then they got some mid-priced ones that are decent, and they're going to have some real expensive ones that are going to be fantastic. They have the shark fin inlay, which I used to think was cool. But as I learned more about sharks, I realized it's kind of dangerous. I don't know if I want shark fin inlays on my guitar because, sharks.
It'd be cool if it was like small and it was so
it kept getting bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger.
And then at
bigger,
the very
shark
end,
fins.
it was like the face, the outline.
That would not be cool. That would be very uncool.
Someone's like, oh, that's a good idea.
Ormsby guitars in Australia.
I like commission off of that. Just FYI. I want commission off of any ideas that people say about shark inlays.
Yeah, Ormsby Guitars in Australia has a shark inlay guitar. It looks like a PRS has the birds. They have one that's just sharks. I'm like,
yeah, but I like the idea of the fin coming.
The fin and then a big mouth.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, thanks for the questions. Just Fun Guitar. Next question. Stephen Sharp. I already know what the secret hashtag of the day is going to be now.
Okay.
What do you think of Kerry King leaving BC Rich for Dean Guitars? Do you think it's because of what's happening with Dave Mustaine that Dean felt they needed to find a new poster boy? Question number 2. Ryan, have you seen the new preview pics for 2020 ESP guitars? 2020. Wish you and your children great health and happiness for the new years to come. All right. So yeah, Kerry King, who's been with BC Rich forever, like forever, like forever.
Okay.
Is no longer with BC Rich Guitars.
Is he immortal?
Yes. Yes, he drinks the blood of
Young possums.
people, young possums, virgin possums, and subsists eternally
Yes.
on riffs of doom and satanic stuff. I don't know.
Wow, that really went.
Well, whatever.
Escalated.
Slayer.
Yeah.
I don't know. So now he's with Dean Guitars. Just has got a new guitar coming out, and people are talking about it. And I haven't watched any videos or read any articles of them talking about why or whatever. So this is all speculation on my part. But my speculation is BC Rich hasn't been doing so well lately. Like they've been very like quiet, like on social media, on their own website. There's like not been any updates. I think probably what's happened is they probably changed ownership a few times because,
Yeah, that happens.
they're not, they've been around a long time.
Yeah.
They're a lot more popular in the 80s, especially with like the thrash stuff and like Slayer type bands. And they're all very metal looking guitars, but they've changed ownership, corporate ownership, a lot of times since then. Been bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold. It seems like lately, in the past few years, things have been really quiet. So I'm guessing what's happened is there's just not any support for him, basically. Like he has a bunch of guitars that he's had for years and years and years, but I imagine there was some, everything was up in the air with BC Rich, and he probably got an offer from Dean. I'm sure Dean's offered him stuff before to come work for them.
I'm sure.
And yeah, I'm sure he just said, well, BC Rich is like, they don't know what's going on. Everybody who I used to know doesn't work there anymore. You meet new people, then they all get fired later on. This is how companies buying out companies go. It's like the people who were there when you signed on are no longer there anymore.
Right.
New corporate owners or whatever. But I'm guessing, Dean offered him a deal, and there's probably nothing going on at BC Rich. Or worse, they were trying to renegotiate, and he was like, hey, this is my deal. You want to keep me. This is what I need. And maybe BC Rich was like, well, Slayer's kind of done now. They just finished their last tour, and they're like basically retired. So, I'm sure Dean offered him money to come over.
Right.
Because they do that. He probably gave him a better endorsement deal, and he probably took it. Now, as far as him replacing Dave Mustaine, I don't think that's the deal, because again, Slayer's pretty much done.
Right.
Right? They just had their final tour. Now, that doesn't mean Kerry King is done playing guitar or being in bands. But whatever new band he's in after Slayer will not be as popular as Slayer.
Right.
It's like, it's just not going to work. It's like Damage Plan was not as good as Pantera.
Right.
Or not as popular or as well received. So I don't think Kerry's going to be the new poster boy front face of Dean, because I don't think Dean needs him to be their poster boy. Because he's kind of like, they're not at the forefront. They're like legends because they've been around for forever. And so they have that legend status, but they're not like the hip, new, young, up-and-coming face of metal type stuff. So I don't think he's a Mustaine replacement in any form. Because I don't think Dave Mustaine's done.
Right.
But I think it's just a business decision. At the end of the day, it's all business decisions, honestly, when it comes down to that. And it was probably a better business move for him to move to Dean after all these years.
Yep.
That's my thoughts. Question number 2, have I seen the stuff about the new 2020 ESPs? I have not. I have not seen any pictures of the 2020 ESP lineup. I'm not an ESP dealer, so I don't tend to pay a lot of attention to their stuff.
Yeah.
I'll go through phases where every couple of years I'll be like, oh, let me see what's going on. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, well, maybe this year, but I don't pay as much attention to that stuff.
Right.
I do have one ESP guitar that I like, but I have not seen any of the pics of their new stuff. Now I'm going to have to go Google it. Go look and go, oh, that's nice. I'll probably never get that.
Right.
Unfortunately. All right. So there you go. Thanks for the question, Steven. Appreciate it, man. What do you guys think about Kerry King leaving BC Rich? What are your thoughts? What's all of our speculation? I'm sure some story will come out as to why. There's always the
Or there might not.
There's always the public answer, and then there's always the truth.
Right.
Nobody ever's going to come out and say anything bad. They're just going to go, well, you know, I was ready for a change, and you know, Dean came along, and there. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't tell the truth. Jeffrey Egan with the next question. He says, as for dumping money into a guitar that has no value, I've told you before about fixing the neck on my OE30 Oscar Schmidt. It needs another repair. I know I can just buy another one for around $250, but this one sounds so good, I don't know if a new one would sound as good. On the other hand, I was considering swapping out the Washburn pickups from it and maybe the rest of the electronics with the pickups from my Harley Benton HB35. It's the same style, although the HB has coil splitting ability. What would you do? Hashtag KTMA. Well, honestly, if I were going to replace the pickups on it, I probably wouldn't put the Harley Benton pickups in there.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the Oscar Schmidt electronics and pickups are probably the same quality as the Harley Benton electronics and pickups. I mean, do it if you want to. Why not? But for me, like if I'm going to go to the trouble to do a pickup swap, especially on a semi-hollow type guitar, if you're going to go ahead and do that, maybe just go ahead and put some, you know, Seymour Duncans in it, or you know, something a little bit up the chain than the Harley Benton pickups. Harley Bentons are, you know, budget guitars, which there's nothing wrong with that. So are Oscar Schmidts. But I think if you're swapping budget pickups for more budget pickups, I don't know if the labor and the time makes enough sense. Where if I was going to go like literally upgrade to some higher quality pickups, that's probably what I would do. If I were going to go to all the trouble to do it, and I would just go ahead and slap, you know, some little bit nicer quality pickups in there.
Right.
That's what I would do, probably. Thanks for the question, Jeffrey. Final question.
Yay!
Yay! It's Friday morning. Oh man, it's Friday, almost noon now. We gotta get ready to open the shop. We gotta get ready to go. So, Adam Lynch with the final question. Hashtag Solo 6, hashtag KTMA. Ryan, you've said for a good price when talking about picking up a used Solo 6 several times. What would you consider a good price? And then, you can only choose one, mustard or mayo on your burger. Why would you choose both? That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Mustard and mayo?
Yeah. I've had that. It's actually pretty good. It's almost like the mayo with the mustard, almost like it's like a, what's it called? Grey Poupon.
Grey Poupon. Fancy mustard.
Fancy mustard.
Fancy mustard if you mix them.
I know he would pick mayonnaise because he just adores mayonnaise. And
I like Miracle Whip.
Yes, Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip, which is not the same thing as mayonnaise.
Yeah, he likes the faux mayonnaise.
It's superior to mayonnaise in every way. I'm just saying. Yes, it is. Say yes. I think it is.
I would choose mustard.
She would.
Because I like pickles. I like sour things.
Sour bitterness.
Yes.
There's no calories in mustard. Mustard's better for you than mayo. From a sugar and calorie standpoint, it's much better for you.
Yeah. Or Miracle Whip, which is like nothing but sugar.
It is not nothing but sugar. It has some sugar. And it's awesome. All right. So a good price. Well, the last one I picked up, my newest acquisition, which was the Schecter Solo 6 Custom.
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
It was a stupid good deal because it was it's in the other room. This is the Hellraiser Extreme. Now that one I got for about $600, but considering brand new, they're about $1,100. Brand new, $1,100. To me, that's a fair chunk of change for a guitar. So $600.
That's a good discount.
$600 versus $1,100. I feel like that is a good deal for that guitar. my C1, which is the Super Strat Schecter Hellraiser Extreme. Again, same thing.
When
brand.
did you buy that one?
When did I buy that one?
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago.
Okay. Not that one. The one
Not
we're
that one?
talking about.
I don't remember when I got that one.
What was the one that
2
you
years
got
ago.
just recently? That you were like, oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, that was the one we got in Tyler.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the custom, yeah.
Okay.
That's the custom. Now that one, I think brand new, they were originally about $800.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I think we went into a store and I found it. We were there for another reason. It's in a vlog.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch our vlogs, it's in one of the vlogs that's up. They had it marked at like, I want to say like $280, like $289 or something like that. And I was like, my guitar stories are boring you? I offered you coffee before we started.
I know. And I was thinking, I was like, dang, I should have.
You should have taken the coffee.
I'll just be over here while you're talking about guitar sleeping. Sorry about that. Sorry, Adam.
You know what really helps me sleep at night? Talking about guitars.
It makes you lull you into a nice, warm, comfy place because it's your happy zone.
Yeah. So this guy.
Yeah, that's okay because I was looking at
This
the
is the
Fenders,
one.
but that one's more like a matte finish.
Yeah, so that one has the maple fretboard.
Yeah,
And 2 more frets. So this guy,
it's pretty.
we bought used. It had some electronic things. Some connectors just needed to be fixed. It had a busted. One of these was broken. Well, no, it wasn't broken. It was just missing the locking part. And the neck was super flat, so it was buzzy. And I was all like, that's all fixable.
100%.
100%, yeah. So it was like $289, which was a really good price. And it's got some scratches on it, you know, just like normal play
No
stuff.
wear and tear, but it's for the most part, it's actually pretty pristine.
And I've seen used ones of these go for, you know, $400 and $500. That's sort of normal, $400 or $500. I've seen a few for like in the threes, $350. You know, this one was like $289. I'm like, oh dang. And so we went back and got it, and I took a guitar. I had a guitar that didn't really cost me anything particularly, and I ended up trading in that guitar, which you never get very good. You don't get a lot of money when you trade in guitars, and because the store has to turn around and sell that guitar and make a profit on it. That's the whole point. So you don't usually get a lot of money for your trade-ins. But they gave me more than I was expecting, so I had a number that I was like, I'll be fine if they give me that. That's fine. And they gave me like twice that much. I'm like, okay. So I think out of pocket, I ended up paying maybe $100 for this thing, ish. So, but $280, but even at $289, I was like,
That's a good deal.
That's a fantastic deal. Because again, we ordered one of these for Steve, for my buddy Steven's birthday. His wife came in and bought one. And I kind of gave him, you know, because we're really good friends, and you know, and I knew kind of what was going on. I was like, well, I kind of gave him. They ended up paying like $750 for it, but these brand new, these were like $899, $900. So $289 was a killer deal. Plus the trade in, it's just like ridiculous. I think that's why I like this one so much, because it is a great guitar, and I got it for next to nothing. So kind of makes me appreciate it more. You know, they say, you know, the more you spend on something, kind of the more you appreciate it, and you tend to treat it nice and are like really grateful, which is true. But for me, I'm like, I got something that should have cost a lot for a super price, and I'm like, oh, I really like that. So that's why it's kind of my current favorite that I'm playing at the moment.
Right.
But yeah, but if you can get a Solo 6 custom for like in the like $300 to $350, that's a good price. If you get it below $300, that's a ridiculous price.
Yeah.
Stupid good, because you're talking like beginner guitar range, and you know what you're getting is really one of their nicest imports at the time that it came out. So that's what I think a good deal is.
Yeah, that's a really good deal.
Which is why I got the approval
Or a good price.
from RNA Music's CFO to go ahead and, because I was on guitar lockdown. It was like, no more guitars this year. And it was like, oh my gosh, look at this, $289. And I asked the chief financial officer, and she was like, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. I'm like, yeah? You think so? It's good, yeah.
Like,
that's my kryptonite.
His little childlike sparkle gets in
and
his
how
eye.
happy did I, and I'm still happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to play that later today.
I know.
I should put EMGs in it, though. That'd make it better. I should.
Yep. It goes back to Jeffrey's question.
That comes with the Seymour Duncan's, like nice Seymour Duncan's, so it's like I don't need to change it, but yeah. And there you go. That's the final question.
Hooray! Hooray!
So excited. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your questions. If you have a question for next week, please leave it below with your comments about Kerry King and possums and, you know,
vintage looks of guitars.
You know, all the questions, Two Notes stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of Jedi would you be?
Where would you spend your Christmas?
Where would you spend your Christmas without family?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's your favorite vacation? Let us know below, but if you have a question, please ask it below.
And
next
included
week.
with your comment.
Included with your comment is fine. If you watch this whole video from beginning to end, there's a lot of questions this time.
Yes.
So it's a little bit longer, but if you watch the whole thing, beginning to end, whole video, you guys are super awesome. We have a secret password for you guys. Secret hashtag of the day. Type that in with your question and your comment, and we will know that you guys watched this whole video, not just a part, but the whole thing. Because we appreciate that, and YouTube likes to see that.
They do.
They'll help kind of promote our videos and push them out to a wider audience if it gets good retention. So the secret hashtag of the day is hashtag possum. Hashtag possum.
Opossum.
Hashtag opossum?
Yeah.
Or possum? Which one is it?
It's an opossum.
It's an opossum. We call them possums here.
Yes. The
So-
O is silent.
Yeah. Opossum. Opossums.
Oh.
And we will know that you watched the whole video, so thank you guys so much. And until next time, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive like an opossum for the next generation.
With your babies on your back.
With your babies on your back. Babies on your back. Guitars on your back. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all in the next video. Get your Iron and Music t-shirt. It's in the description.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, possum.
Possum.
Possum Kingdom.
King Possum.